DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get into today's show. Drop y'all ones in the chat for me if you're in the chat. Do me a favor, drop y'all ones. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly so we could get right into the show. Salute to everyone that's in the building right now. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. Awesome. Shout out to everyone in the building. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Y'all do me a favor and smash that like button. And share today's show. Let me see who's in the building. I'm going to give some shout outs. And then we're going to get into today's show. Shout out to Cuzzo in the building. Salute. Shout out to Jeff Reviews. Good to see you, Cuzzo. Appreciate your support. As always, shout out to Miss Angie. Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie B. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you. What up, Boot Camp? Shout out to Boot Camp in the building. Salute. What up, Bob? Shout out to Bob in the building. Tafari James. Salute. Shout out to the OG Mace. What up, Mace? Salute to you, man. Hey, Miss Zahara. Shout out to Miss Zahara in the building. Good to see you, young lady. What up, Letitia? Good to see you. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, sweetheart. Shout out to Miss Camille in the building. Good to see you. Shout out to Classy Creole. Good to see you, sweetheart. Shout out to Classy Creole on the check-in. What up, D's? Shout out to my man D's. Salute. Intellectual Novice. Salute, my brother. Shout out to Intellectual Novice on the check-in. Shout out to my comrade on the check-in. Salute. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, on the check-in. What's up, Jasmine Martin? Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. What up, Sugar Bum? What up, Coffee? Shout out to my man, Coffee. Let me put the tip in. Salute, bro. Salute. Shout out to Seth's son. Peace to the God. Jay Sean in the building. Peace, my brother. Shout out to my Brooklyn brother, Jay Sean in the building. Salute. Shout out to my brother, Darryl Richardson on the check-in. Salute. That's another OG right there. Salute, my brother. Good to see you in the building, OG. Man, shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. Y'all see today's show. Now, today's show, before we get into it, I got to shout out my man, Auntie. Shout out to Auntie. Y'all go over there and support my man, Auntie, man. That's the home of the purge. But when they not over there purging, they actually be having some great discussions, some great panels. You know, go over there, check out my man, Auntie. He inspired today's show. His panel that he did yesterday, inspired today's show, man. It sure did. So shout out to Auntie, man. Salute to you, bro. Fierce Soul, salute my brother. Shout out to Fierce Soul. Hey, Mona, good to see you. Good to see you, Miss Mona. Shout out to you. Today's show, what continues to reignite the gender war? What's up, Brownie? Good to see you, young lady. What continues to reignite the gender war? Why is the gender war constantly reignited? Now, y'all sound off in the chat room and let me know. Is the gender war being reignited currently? Why is that? Sugar Bum says the men keep starting it. Oh, the OG says mass psychosis. Good point. The men keep starting it. Have to take that into consideration. Because to a certain extent, that's true. That's true. To some extent, it's true. Brownie says the gender war is like wet fireworks right now. But let me know. Fear Soul says they want to push the rainbow. So you think that's the agenda that's behind the gender war? Okay. I could see that. I could see that too, Fear Soul. I could see that, bro. I could see that. Jay Sean says, I'm starting to think there has always been a gender war. It feels that way. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting, man. It's weird, not because you saying it, bro, but because you said it. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's kind of weird, bro. But that's interesting that now it's starting to feel that way. You know, that's what I mean by it's weird, because to some extent, it, you know, if you kind of look back a little bit, you will see some of, you know, what's going on now. There's a lot of similar things. So that's interesting. Intellectual Novice says, boring niggas with limited topics. I totally agree with that one. I definitely agree with that one, bro. Definitely. Cartel in the building. Salute, bro. Kwafi says black men and women are so hurt they can't stop the gender wars. I spoke on this in the Just Pearly things. Yeah, you did. You did. You did. And that was, man, that was awesome what you did on Just Pearly. Presidential Mike, salute. He said dudes in the manosphere have nothing productive to talk about or offer young men. They are unproductive in real life. Okay. Jay Sean says poverty and Jim Crow kind of kept us together. Good point. Men walk straight into that fire. Stop listening to it. That and what you seek is seeking you. If you pay attention to that energy, it'll find you. Facts. Facts. Absolutely. 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 And this is why I asked the question today. What continues to reignite it? And my sentiments is headed right where the OG Daryl just said. What you seek is what's seeking you. See, the reason why, shout out to Boogeyman on the check-in, Club Fortune on the check-in, we continue to reignite the gender war because there's trauma that has not been addressed. That's what it all boils down to. We want to continue to argue with one another because it's easier to argue with one another than to actually talk to one another. You see this? Yes, it's definitely cash for complacency. It has definitely, our trauma has definitely been incentivized, bro. That's a fact. It definitely pushes people in the direction of, and that goes into my second point, bro. The cash for complacency thing. But see, initially, we're gonna start with the spiritual aspect of it. Black people, black men and black women, we're so broken that we feel better or we feel more comfortable communicating with each other in a toxic way because it's extremely uncomfortable for us to deal with each other in a productive way. And let me explain this. A lot of times, it's easy for us men to have the conversation about how women have wronged us because we're so familiar with that. We're so familiar with that as a group of men, we can't sit down and talk about what a woman can actually do for us that isn't toxic. It's almost to the point where even if y'all are having a productive conversation about women, some guy is going to come and throw a monkey wrench in the conversation. How do I notice? It happens all the time. There's always going to be a guy to come in and say, well, that's if she just decide to do what's right. It's always a man that brings his trauma to the conversation. He always leading with his trauma. Almost to the point where he cannot accept having a productive conversation. If the conversation is too productive and too upwardly mobile when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex, it's almost like, well, these women nowadays, it's like, nigga, bro, go get some help, bro. You don't see that you have a problem? You don't see that you cannot have a productive conversation about women? You don't see that? You don't see that you can't see the bright side of being with a woman? You don't see that that's an issue for you? And you use your trauma as the reason for why you can't see it. But then we expect our women who share similar traumas to see the bright side of us. And this is what niggas is arguing about. Why she can't see me past my faults. Nigga, you can't see past hers. You can't see past the whole phase, nigga. You can't see past her sleeping with dudes in her teens and 20s. You can't see past that. But she's supposed to see past the fact that you ain't got your shit together. But you can't see past the fact that she was promiscuous because she was molested. You can't see past that, nigga. So what the fuck are you talking about? And this is the problem I have with the men. We cannot have productive conversations. It's always a nigga to come in there and to bring his sad ass shit to the conversation. but then want to be extra strong for a woman. Nigga, you ain't even that strong for yourself. You got the answer for her. But when you sitting around men, you ain't got no answer. You need help with the answer. But you got all the answers for her. You got all the answers for her. You could tell her what she need to do so she could get her life together and get her emotions together and be feminine. You could tell her how to be feminine. What she need to do to be soft. But you seem to not know how to develop resilience within yourself. But you telling her she need to be resilient. She need to have some charisma. But you haven't developed that within your damn self. You haven't developed it within yourself. How do I know this? I listen to what you say in conversation. See, I'm a nigga that listen. I'm one of those niggas. See, because I wear glasses. You know they say when one of your senses is weak, the other ones are heightened. I'm one of those guys. I listen, and I listen intently and intentionally. Not only intentionally or attentively. I do both. So I hear when you tell me shit, how you're saying it, how you're directing what you're saying. This is how I know how to decipher what people say. Because I know when people say shit with intention. I know when you talking to me and when you talking at me. When you specifically want me to grasp something you said. And whenever, for the most part, I'm sitting around talking with a lot of dudes, the conversation always go back to, well, she didn't. Well, she didn't. Well, she didn't. She's not this. She's not that. This is all I hear. And it's very rare I done sat down with dudes and heard and us just literally talk about the good that a woman can offer. I don't hear this. It's always a nigga that's going to come back and say, well, she ain't this. She ain't that. And then when you go and you listen to the women, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. When you go and you listen to the women, you have women who are trying to move the conversation forward. Right? And then you have the women who are saying, well, why should we be thinking like that when these niggas, what these niggas won't do, how these niggas, it's the same shit on both sides. Why haven't we saw this yet? Why is there competition on who's right when we're both fucking wrong? When can we just say that? We're both wrong. Yeah, the women and the men. We both wrong. Why we can't say that? Because somebody got to win. What's up, Queens of Virtue? What up, Khadijah? Huh? When are we gonna be that grown? Because you know black folk love to say they grown. I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm grown. Oh, so grown-ups play the blame game. You grown. You grown. So if you so goddamn grown, why can't you talk about the bright side of things? Why don't you have a mindset of moving forward? And if you moving forward, You can't keep talking about what she did to you back then and how based off what happened this time, nigga, you living just like her. You living just like her. Handling Jones, salute. What up, Ebo? Shout out to Afia. What's up, Afia? Afia says, we can make war, make babies. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Come on now. What continues to reignite the gender war? Our trauma, number one. Unhealed and unconfronted trauma. We rather argue because we're afraid to confront the real issue. We're afraid to sit down and confront the real issue, because if we confront the real issue, we might realize that there's more work to be done than we think. You see? And then that put pressures on us. So a lot of us rather remain in the bullshit position that we in because it's easier. It's less work. It's less work. What up, Rain? Bucket in the building. Salute, Bucket. You see? This is what's going on. It's easier to argue. It's easier to lead without trauma and to be hyper vigilant with one another. It's easy to do that because we're so used to being in that state of duress. Black men and black women, we're so used to being in this state that it actually scares us to sit down and talk. What's up, Rain and Woman? Boogeyman says it's always some dude or woman with a traumatized mindset that hold up our progress. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the trauma is at the forefront, which ties into the next point. Because what else continues to reignite the gender war is the incentivized complacency. And how is it incentivized? It's incentivized through this. It is incentivized through the media, through negative media portrayal. You don't notice they keep giving us the same goddamn story over and over about black men and black women. We don't notice that. It's always a horror love story when it comes to a black man and a black woman. You don't notice it? Incentivized complacency. We're going to pay y'all to remain complacent. We're going to make it cool in the media for black women to be single mothers. Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer. Now she's the new young poster child for single mothers. We mothers. See that? They incentivizing complacency. We mothers. We mothers. Incentivize complacency. And what are the men? The Creep Squad. The Creep Squad. Oh, well, we creeps. Yeah, we the city boys. The city boys. The city boys. This is incentivized complacency that is being powered by the media. This is why y'all heard me saying, I'm going to continue to say this, why I told men on Black YouTube that have large platforms and small platforms, let's stop talking about women. And what did they say to me? Why will we stop talking about women, DS1, when women want to hear us talk about them? Women are paying us, DS1. The gender war makes money, DS1. You can't tell people not to make money, DS1. It's incentivized. They have incentivized our demise. We don't even see it. And we think if we push back because it's incentivized that we're actually doing something wrong, but we don't see the end goal of it. They're paying you to kill yourself. They're paying you to embarrass yourself. They're paying you to dishonor yourself and your family. They're paying you to destroy your reputation. So then they can freely tell the world, this is why we feel like this about Black people. Because look at what they've done. They participated in reality TV for the last 20 years. 20 years. Do you know that? Do you know reality television has been on since the year 2000? It's the year 2023. So we're looking at a 20-year period of negative media portrayal about Black men and Black women, about promoting the gender war. What was all of those goddamn Black reality shows about? Gender war. Black Ink, gender war. Love and Hip Hop New York. Love and Hip Hop Miami. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Basketball Wives. The Housewives. Flavor of Love. Real and Chance. All of it was gender war. Gender war based. Men going at women, women going at men. Women fighting for men. Men fighting for women. And not fighting to be with them. We got 20 years of this stuff. 20 years of it, of negative media portrayal. That we have to fight back against. Because it's 2023. That means it's getting closer to 30 years than 20. Do y'all understand this? Do y'all understand that 2 whole generations grew up off reality TV? Now it's getting ready to go into the 3rd and 4th. Because see, if you were a millennial, we were the beginning of reality TV. We were the beginning. And then the generation that came after us grew up on the shit. And the generation after them grew up on it. Look at the relationships that we have. They're reality show based. Look at how the couples dress. Look at the pictures. He looked like some reality TV ass nigga. And she got on a reality show dress. And they taking pictures like the girls on reality TV. Goofy. We don't even have our own style no more. A lot of these women don't show any class. Every goddamn picture, your tongue out and your tongue and your tongue look nasty. Could tell a lot of y'all don't brush your tongue. Put that shit back in your mouth. Because we see all those parabens. Yeah. We see all them little parabens crawling around. Put that tongue back in your mouth. It's a little too crusty. Every nigga could afford a Cuban now. Every nigga got a Cuban and a Rolex. Yeah, them tongues be very unhealthy, Brownie. Very unhealthy. Oh, and the lips be black as hell. Y'all, listen. Y'all women who like smoking weed, listen. Because we know a lot of women smoke weed, right? It's not cute for you to have black lips. I don't care how much blunts you smoke. You're a woman. Go get you a rag. Go get you a white rag. Right? Get you a white rag, young lady. Because we know y'all young girls like to smoke backwoods. Yeah. Get you a white rag and put a little dab of alcohol and scrub your lips. Scrub your goddamn lips. Start putting coconut oil and stop putting that cheap ass Bath and Body Work lotion around your mouth. Get you some coconut oil, some tea tree oil. Put that on. Yeah. Yes. Them lips be black as hell. Them lips be black. Yes, tongue scrapers. Yes. What up, Sock Passe? Jasmine Martin said they're not going to do that. Why? Why? We know why they're not going to do it, Jasmine, because the girls on reality TV don't show y'all women that that's what they do. You see? The girls on reality TV just show them getting they makeup and their hair done and putting clothes on. The girls on reality TV don't even show you they take showers. They don't even show you they wash their ass. You see? So this stuff is teaching black men and black women how to be dysfunctional with one another in a relationship. This is what reality TV has taught us. And it has made it look good. It's a production. It's a production. It's a production. Fear soul. Shout out to Ebo, man. He says bloated gums and coasted tongues. These bras need to floss their teeth with barbed wire. Shout out to Ebo, man. I appreciate you. What up, Taylor? Taylor says, I graduated from blunts. White folks put me on to the bomb. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. You better be careful with them bongs. Make sure you buy your own, Taylor. You know, make sure you buy your own. You putting your mouth on other people's bongs now. Watching you, girl. You putting your mouth on other people's bongs now. Jay Sean says DS1 gonna have y'all looking like crackheads on the Dave Chappelle show. Yeah, they got to go through the whole dress routine. Absolutely. Oh, that's a whole nother story, Afia. That's a whole nother story. BBL should be outlawed. And black women can actually do that too, intellectual novice, by just boycotting it. All they got to do is get a famous reality show girl, to speak against it. But then that goes into body shaming, bro. And a lot of these women don't want to be bombed on for body shaming another woman. So that's why they don't outlaw the BBL. Black women could do it, but black women will be they'll be considered body shamers. Oh, you shaming other women's body and all of that. Y'all don't give black women any room to be young and have fun. I give you plenty of room every goddamn day, Sugar Bum. I give you plenty of room to be young and have fun right in my chat room, because I ain't blocked your crazy ass yet. So don't say that, because you be running all through chat rooms being young, dumb, and fun. Being young, dumb, and fun, Sugar Bum. Young, dumb, and bum. Young, dumb, and having fun, Sugar Bum. Come on now. We all will let you have fun in our chat rooms acting crazy without blocking your ass. I'm always... Yeah, I bet, Brownie. Taylor says, nah, I don't share weed with randoms for spiritual reasons. Yeah, don't be putting your mouth on nobody bong now. Come on now. Bring back... Sakpase says, bring back shaming. The only ones who could bring it back, bro, is women. The only ones that could bring it back is women. Men, there's no SBE in for men. The society... We're in a society where victimhood is at the forefront. So men cannot shame. We can't even shame other men. Right or wrong. We can't even SBE other men. We can't even shame other men now. We can't shame each other back into correction. We can't do that no more, even as men. Even with coaching and all of that, the coaches had to lighten up on the players because the players were saying they were being bullied. So we can't even shame men, bro. It's really a cultural thing. We're in a culture of victimhood because we can't even shame men. You'll have women that'll come along and say, "Oh, y'all just hating. Leave him alone. Don't bully him. Look, black men don't even like black men. Look, they even bully each other. Look." We can't even do that, bro. No, you're not free, Sugar Bone. You're not free. And here you go, keep talking about your account is blocked. You're lying. Stop lying. Sakpase says society is soft as you either have to agree or shut up. Facts. 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 What's up, ES? Church used to be where we got shamed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The place nobody wants to go now. The place everybody makes an excuse not to go. Everyone wants to say the Bible is fake. All of this stuff. See, negative media portrayal has created this stuff. Negative media portrayal. Negative media portrayal. See? Because, they use the conscious community on black people to move us away from God. That's what the conscious community was for. I hope y'all know that. The conscious community was to move black people away from God. You don't even think about God. You better go pray to the water. Go pray to the fire, the water, the trees, Akhenaten. Go do all that shit. Don't believe in God. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's fake. God is not real. God is fake. God is a spook. But we want you to believe in Tahuti and Thoth and all of that shit. That's what the conscious community was for, to remove you from God, the spiritual aspect. They told you that who you thought was God ain't God. They told you was praying to some Egyptian deity. Then you wonder why you got a lot of mooks running around. You're wondering why you got a lot of mooks running around. You're running around mook land. We supposed to be, according to them, we supposed to be Moors, but now it's more mooks than Moors. See that? That's because of the conscious community promoting all that Egyptology. Getting you away from God. Do you wonder why these men moved away from women? Of course, you're going to move away from women if you move away from God, because God ordained you to be with a goddamn woman. But you're listening to all this Egypt shit. You want to be by yourself. You know, I could what young Pharaoh used to say he could do? What astro project. Yeah. He used to astral project. Yeah. ASS true. Astral project. That's the only astral projection he doing. He getting his ass projected into another stratosphere. Nigga blowing his back out. That's what they mean by astral projection. Yeah. A nigga lifting your spirits. Yeah. Yeah. Who the fuck ever astral projected? Y'all believe that shit? Y'all believe that shit? See, that's another way to sneak the gender war in. Getting men to stop believing in God. You don't believe in God, of course you're going to move away from women. Yeah. Yeah. This is why when I talk about this, everybody want to get tense. Everybody want to think I'm talking about somebody's sexuality. See this? See this? You see that? This is why part of the gender war, you got men who hate women. And they hate women because they using women to hide their true sexuality. And a lot of these guys believe in that Kemet shit. They believe in astral projection. They believe in that. Yeah, they take peyote. Yeah, that's what happened to Pharaoh. Yeah. Now he got to block out those thoughts. This is part of the gender war. See, the gender war is not just black men and black women fighting each other. It's black men and black women fighting themselves. This is why these young girls that's coming up in hip hop now, they all eat box too. I like both. How you like both? Where you get that from? What motivated you to like both? Now you got girls saying, "Oh, I like girls when I was 6." You ain't even know if you like goddamn chicken nuggets at 6. How the fuck you know you like women at 6? This is the culture now. This is the culture that has been what? Incentivized and promoted through negative media portrayal. See, now it's cute to say you a bisexual black woman. It's cute now. Now you're going to get in them doors. Just like when you a fruit booty boy. Yeah. When you're a black jelly bean. See, when you're a black jelly bean, when, when you're a black jelly bean, you could get in them doors. See, you better not think you can walk in them doors, head up, chest poked out. What up, Wax? I see you in the building. Salute. Yeah, you gotta be, a black jelly bean. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, that's part of the gender war too. The gender war is not me getting on a panel with black women and telling black women they just need to submit and they need to listen to black men. That's only one level of the gender war. See, that's the second level of the gender war. Wax says that they being raised like that, society promotes that behavior and protects them too. Facts. See, what we see here on YouTube with the gender war, that's the result of the first level of the gender war, which is spiritual, which is them removing us from God and destroying the nuclear family. See, if you destroy the nuclear family was created by God. That's part of his template. Man, woman, child. Okay? Not woman, man, child. Not trans man, and child. See, they removed the infrastructure that God put in place by getting us to question who God is. Oh, Jesus is fake. The Bible is fake. But everything on them temple walls is real though. Right? Even though you never been there. Motherfuckers believing in some shit they never been. You never been to Egypt, but you believe in all that shit. You talk about books you never read, you don't have access to. This is what they've done. This is what they've done. See, when you start questioning God, you're going to question your sexuality. Uh-oh. I know this ain't getting monetized. Should I have just said that? I'm going to say it again. When you start questioning God, you question your sexuality. I'm going to say it again. When you start questioning God is when you question your sexuality, your sexual preference. That's when. Any questions? Any questions? Huh? 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 Who got any questions? Put them in the chat room. See, cuz who told you should be with a man? Who told women that they was designed to be with men? God told you that. And you know who told you got all rights to be with a woman? The motherfucking government. It's the government. It's the government. You know who incentivized men to go be with men? The government. Because God told men to be with women. I don't see how anyone is lost at this point. How are we lost? 1 + 1 is not 3. When you add one being plus another one being, you don't now have 3 beings, you have 2. How you make up another one? How you get 1 + 1 is 3? Where the other one came from? Oh, so you telling me that one of the beings was really 2 beings plus 1 being. Now we got 3 beings. Who you think you talking to? You think somebody's stupid? And see, this is how wicked people play. People who work for the devil, this is how they play. They talk to you like you stupid. 1 + 1 is 2. It's not 3. So if God told me I need to be with a woman, that's who the fuck I need to be with. I don't need to listen to the government, because the government doesn't represent God. You see that? It's simple. It's simple. Thank you, Darrell Richardson. Because God is within us. The instructions is within. We know. You know you ain't supposed to be fucking that boy in his ass. You know that. You know that. You know. Why you think Fleece Johnson came home and got a wife? Because he know he ain't supposed to be fucking no man in his ass. It's in him. He knows this. That don't mean he's gonna stop. I'm not saying he's gonna stop, but he knows internally that that's wrong. That's God. That's God convicting you. You know you ain't supposed to fuck that boy in his ass. You know that. You a man. You know ain't nothing supposed to go on a man's ass. Truthfully, nothing's supposed to go on a woman's ass either. If we want to keep it all the way 1,000. We ain't supposed to be playing back there. Not even the men, with women. Even with women, we ain't really supposed to be playing like that, fellas. We know that. Let's just keep it 1,000. Not saying we don't do it with women, but we're not even supposed to do it with women. We're not even supposed to do it with women. We're not. What's up, Bayou? Good to see you, Booty Bunny. Let's just keep it 100. Just keep it 100. We're not even supposed to do it. We're not even supposed to deal with our women in that way. We're not. You see? So you have a gender war within a gender war, because you have black men and black women fighting against themselves internally. They're battling with their gender. They're battling, saying to themselves, am I really a man? Am I really a man? Am I really a man? You got women saying, am I really a woman? And then they looking outside for validation, and the validation that they're getting, they're destroying themselves with it. Yeah, I'm a woman. I'm free. I'm sexually liberated. I'm a woman. And then you end up on an AIDS commercial. And then you wish you would have waited. I done saw the other side of all this shit y'all be trying to promote here online. See, we could go and see the videos of those sexually liberated women. How they've been quarantined. We saw what the BBLs do. We seen them. We see the stories. See, y'all just don't use y'all platforms to talk about it, because y'all using y'all platforms the way the government is telling you to. Keep talking shit about niggas, because that's how your channel gonna grow. Instead of talking about and teaching black women to move away from that shit. Look at these women that's dying. Look at this girl who was just this pretty. Now she a goddamn paraplegic because she went and got her fucking stomach snatched out. Why y'all not doing that content? Oh, because it ain't gonna get you no views, right? So talking about niggas, displaying your hatred for black men is what's gonna get you paid. Spiritual warfare. Same shit with us. Keep saying you a red pill nigga and you hate black women. Keep saying that, nigga, your channel gonna blow up. You could be the next Kevin Samuels. Yeah, I said it, nigga. It's the truth. It's the goddamn truth. You could go be the next Kevin. Telling these bitches they ain't shit and how you red pill and how they don't deserve to be married until they decide to bend down and kiss your motherfucking toenails. Because you a man. Yeah. 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 You could just go ahead and be the next Cynthia G. Shit, you need your bills paid. We got to pay our bills. It's just entertainment. See this? You see this? This is why the gender war continues to be reignited. Right, that black toenail. Mm-hmm. Yep, the big toe too. You know, the big toenail is always the black toe. you notice that, right, Jay Sean? The black toenail always be on the big toe. It's always the big toe or the toe next to it. The long toe. I call that the stegosaurus toe. You know the toe that's right next to the pointer toe? This toe right here that look like a stegosaurus neck. That always got the little, I call that the stegosaurus toe. The long toe next to the main toe right here. That's always long with the little head. With the little head right here. Yeah. Yeah, it's always dark and dry. Facts. What up, David Owens? What's good, bro? Yeah, bro. That's not what they tell us, but it's incentivized. So it's letting people know, well, hey, I could be the next her. I could be the next such and such. Come on now. Next to be ingrown. Yeah, that's what I call it, y'all. I call it the stegosaurus toe. You know, that's usually the longest toe too. If your first toe is bigger than the second toe, you a weirdo. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. If your first toe is longer than that second toe, you a weirdo, bro. You a special. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna call you a weirdo. You're a special individual. You're a special individual. Yeah, I like pretty toes too. I like pretty toes too. I like pretty toes too. I do. I'm not really a foot guy, but I like pretty toes. Definitely. Because I think that's part of a woman being feminine, having pretty soft toes. Absolutely. I definitely think that's a feminine characteristic. Absolutely. And I don't want to hear you work all the time. There ain't no reason to have crusty toes and black toenails to be no goddamn woman. I don't want to hear that shit. You are not a man. I don't want to hear that. Only person who got excuse for their feet looking bad is a man. I don't want to hear that shit. My big toe. Yeah, Sugar Bum, we know you. We know you a weirdo. We know. Come on, we know. We know. We're not surprised, Sugar Bum. We're not surprised. And you probably got little feet with big toes too. You probably got little feet with big toes. You got them Blues Clues feet. You got the Blues Clues feet. Khadijah says, I get a pedicure every 2 to 3. What? Every 2 to 3 weeks? Girl, you you might need to take it. You need to get closer to 2 weeks, not 3. Khadijah, you on your goddamn feet a lot. You on your feet a lot. Don't be trying to save money talking about I'm gonna go every 3 weeks. Don't be trying to save money talking about you gonna go save money by stop eating fast food. Don't save no goddamn money running from getting your goddamn toes done. Get them goddamn toes done, Khadijah. Keep them shits done. Listen to Topaz. She knows. She knows. Keep them goddamn toes done, girl. Don't be talking about no 3 weeks. Your ass better go every 2. Every time you get paid, you need to be going to get them toes done. Yes, so what? Get them toes done. I don't care if you cook. Get them goddamn toes done too. I don't want to hear you saving and you gonna do them in the house. No. Go get them foots shaved. Get them foots right. Right. You can't be walking around with the drop dead Fred feet. Yes, keep them goddamn feet done. Keep them done. Keep them done. Please. 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 We don't want you walking around on goddamn concrete. Hobbit specials. Come on now. And fellas, cut your goddamn toenails and your fingernails, bruh. Let's keep it 1,000. A lot of us brothers, we don't cut we gotta cut our toenails and shit too. We have to. Because we be walking around here with dinosaur toes. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a dark-skinned nigga. You know, if you're a dark-skinned nigga, your feet could get real ugly. To all my dark-skinned brothers, correct me if I'm wrong, but our foots could get real ugly. We be walking around looking like we got horned turtle shells on our toes. Yes, we do need to get pedicures. Hell yeah. Listen, fellas, even if you ain't gonna get a full pedicure, cut them goddamn toenails. Cut them toenails. Cause men, a lot of times with us men, and I learned this from women. You know, because I've had women cut my nails and cut my toenails and shit. But I've had a lot of women tell me that a lot of us men, we have stronger nails than women. Like and I forgot what they call it. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they call it. The nail enamel. I don't know what it's called. The nail bed, whatever it's called. I've had different women tell me that our nails are stronger. So when we don't cut our nails, the nail gets so goddamn thick. This is why we get ingrown toenails as men. A lot of us men, especially men that we work on our feet. Like if you work on your feet a lot or always on your feet, this is why we get them ingrown toenails, because the skin around the toe is thick and then our toenails grow thick. So we got to cut them shit. See, my Japanese wife's cut my bro. I know she keep your feet immaculate. I already know she keep your feet immaculate, bro. So you ain't never got to worry about that. Toenail shred Nikes, man. I wear gloves and got sore hands. For real. Yeah, come on, man. We got to do it, fellas. We got to do it. Never hungry again. Salute. So when we speaking on this gender war stuff, man, we got to understand that it's layered into two parts. What we see here on the being played out in social media every day is the reaction to what black men and black women are going through internally, battling our own gender, battling ourselves. We fighting each other. We fighting us within ourselves, and then we coming on here spewing it out on each other because we not sure if we men or women. Because we're looking at what they're saying makes a man and what they're saying makes a woman. And black men and black women, we are so ready and able to live up to other people's standards that we haven't set for ourselves. You see? So we try to fit here, we try to fit here, we try to fit here, we try to fit here. This is why you got men saying, oh, while I'm SYSBM, well, I'm red pill, well, I'm black pill, well, I'm this, well, I'm that, well, I'm this. No, you're a black man, bro. I understand you just trying to find somewhere you could fit in. Same shit with these black women. Oh, I'm not a pick me. But you want to be picked. But you not a pick me. But you want to be picked. You're not a pick me. You're not a thought. You're not a mammy. When all of those things are derogatory terms to describe or to denote a black woman. So why would y'all use any of that? Same shit with us men. All those terms are used to separate us. Why are we using it? Because it plays into what? It plays into that love and hip hop narrative. Niggas thinking they better than each other. So they start competing. And when they start competing, what they start doing? Disrespecting each other. Now I want to smash your girl. Now I want to smash your wife. Now we the creep squad. A bunch of niggas who don't trust each other, who just run around and do each other dirty in the name of being men. And how the hell y'all are men when y'all ain't got no honor amongst yourselves? But y'all say y'all men because y'all running around having sex with each other's women. And this is put out in the media. You see this? Now you got niggas on the internet. Yeah, the city boys is up. The city boys are up. Shut up, Goofy. Shut up, Goofy. Shut up, Goofy. See this? And these things continue to reignite the gender war. Keeps it going. See, we play the blame game because we blame ourselves. You see? See, this is why I say we need to stop having the conversation because we're not prepared to confront the real issues. We're not prepared to be open and transparent. This is why the men need to talk to the men. The women need to talk to the women. So we can prepare one another to have the conversation. The women have to prepare the women. The men have to prepare the men to have the conversation. And it's going to take us together to do it because we have to help each other heal. We're our own agency. We have to enforce healing amongst each other as men, as women. But then we go outside, we turn on the goddamn TV, we turn on YouTube, we turn on Instagram, we turn on Twitter, and we see the exact opposite. They show us exactly why you should continue to think what you think about that black man. They show you exactly why you should continue to think the way you think about that black woman. Because now, if you see the bright side in dealing with a black woman, you a simp. You see that? Now you're a simp. Now you're a simp. Now you're a simp. Now, when you speak positively about black men and to black men, you a mammy. This is all gender war vocabulary. This is gender war vocabulary. This is gender war vocabulary. You a simp. You a mammy. You a pick me. You a dusty. I'm red pill. This is gender war shit. SYSBM. Gender war. Why you gotta call yourself something to like what you like? If you like foreign women, why you gotta label yourself SYSBM because you a black man? You don't have to label yourself anything. You can like what the hell you like. See that? But we've allowed the government and the system to do that. That's to keep our mind in a box. Because when you label yourself like that, you think in terms of what goes on within that group. And you try to ride that fine line so you can still call yourself that. When all you are is a man who like foreign women. You just a black man who like foreign women. That's all. That's all. You're not a pick me. You're not a mammy. You just a black woman who love black men. Why you got to be a mammy? Because you speaking up good for black men. Why? Because let me ask you something. What do other white women call white women who take up for white men? Who are quote unquote ain't shit white men? What do they call them? What's their name? What is the name that they call the Asian woman who defends Asian men who other women don't deem shit? What's the name of them? See, you got a name for you and your women. You got names, you got derogatory names for you and your women, but other women don't do that. If they do, where's the proof? What's the name? What is the name? What's the name? What do they call Asian women who defend Asian men? What do they call them? Because they proud to defend the men that they come from. What do they call them? Exactly. See? Sugar Bum says, I don't know because I don't hang around non-black people like that. So that just show you what you promoting is self-hatred. See that? See? So when you call your people something out of sheer ignorance, that's called self-hatred, Sugar Bum. That's what that's called. See? Because if other groups of women did it too, that'll be called self-hatred on their part. See? So y'all not even justified in doing what y'all doing. You're doing it because it's self-hatred. It's self-hatred. That's what it is. Self-hatred, man. Yes, self-hate is real and many suffer from it. Absolutely. 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 Intellectual novices, they call them Asian women. That's what they call them, right? Asian women. All things not a gene. What's up? Their men are not online holding 8-hour panels destroying their women. Facts. Totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. Totally agree. It's self-hatred. Self-hatred. Club Fortune says being around other races, they aren't pressed like us when it comes to that. They're not. Because it's not, it hasn't been taught to them. It hasn't been taught to them to hate themselves. These other groups were taught to love themselves. This is why no matter how much black penis or vagina they run around and get, their honor goes back to their people. You have to understand this. Their allegiance goes back to their people. It's us who don't have allegiance to one another, no matter what we do. No matter what we do, we pledge allegiance to somebody else. And you know why? Because we don't pledge allegiance to our God. We don't. We don't. We just don't. Shout out to Hills in the building. Salute, family. Good to see you. What's up, Cece? Good to see you, sweetheart. Afia says, where's the love between black men and black women? What has happened to black men and black women? Rhetorical. It's really sad. It is. It is. It is. I didn't ask the question. Stop switching the question, Sugar Bump. That's your problem. You don't know how to answer direct questions. That's your problem. You don't like to answer direct questions, and you don't answer questions directly because you know you're going to be proven to be wrong. So you like to ask questions in a way that you can get the answer that you're looking for. It's not going to work here, buddy. Intellectual Novice says, I've been with Asian women for the majority of my life. There are no Asian divestment movement talking about their boys. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no Asian divestment community. There's no Latina divestment community. Thank you, Cece. I appreciate it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you just move the goalposts. I ain't say shit about other white people going hard on white people. I ain't say nothing about that. I said, tell me the name, right, that they call each other for upholding bad white men. Just like y'all call black women pick-me's and mammies. Tell me the name that the Asian women call each other. Tell me the name that the white women call each other. You don't know. Of course you don't know, because you don't be around them. And you don't know because you've never heard it in the media, because it doesn't exist. That's why. You have a man in the chat room by the name of Intellectual Novice who just said he's been with Asian women the majority of his life. He's currently married to an Asian woman and has a family with an Asian woman, and he's been with her for years. You see, he's married to her, has children by her. He knows that there's no Asian divestment group. Okay? Stop capping. Yeah, of course. Of course. Here we go. Moving the goalposts again. Now you will be ignored. Kwafi says, that's what's up, the intellectual novice. And it's good that you still love your people too. Many dudes who date out often whine about black women and put them down, and it shows in passing. Facts. Facts. Something that the intellectual novice doesn't do. He's never come in here and just trash black women. Never. And he's never come in here and thought that he was better than other black men because he's with an Asian woman. That's why that's my brother. And he's been a supporter of this channel for a long time. Long time. And y'all know I'm heavy on a B1 stuff. I'm heavy on it. He has no problem with it at all. At all. They're more race loyal than pro-blacks. Of course they are. Of course they are. They're more race loyal, period, than black people, period. Everyone's more race loyal than us. Everyone's more race loyal than us. Right. We all we got. Everyone's more race loyal than us. Let's just keep it 1,000. Everyone feels that they have a right to be loyal to who they come from than us. We're the only ones that want to sing kumbaya, that want to say, oh no, it's not about that. Oh no, we can make concessions for people. We're the only ones that think like that and behave like that. We're the only ones. We're the only ones. We apologize. We'll shit on our own people to make concessions for them. Oh, no, ignore him. This is my crazy black brother. Ignore him. He's embarrassing. Yeah. We only do this. This is part of the gender war too. You see? Sakbase says, we look at being race loyal as a bad thing. Being race loyal gets you dragged. Yeah, we do. It does get us dragged by other blacks. Facts. Daryl Richardson says we gotta we got bootleg gatekeepers. All Things says black women and white men are more race loyal than anyone. Really? That's what you think? That's what you think? You think that? Okay. Women get called mammy all day if she don't date out. Facts. Facts. And nowadays, if you're a black man and you want to be married to a black woman or you want to deal with a black woman, now you're being called a simp and you trying to save the community. And you taking care and you a stepdaddy and all of this other shit. All of this shaming language, man, that we doing to one another because we making concessions to still be with one another. This is what we're not realizing. We're shaming each other for trying to work through our shit as black people. So if I still want to be with a black woman, I must want to be a stepdaddy. I must want to save the community. We the only ones that think like this. What's wrong with saving your people? What's wrong? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Because it's easier to fight one another than to fight for one another. See, that's a different approach. And we haven't relearned that as Black folk, how to fight with each other and not fight each other. You see? Right. I never heard nobody say that either, Sakpa said. Afia says exactly. I don't know how Black men are denigrating each other for loving Black women and caring for Black women and building a family with a Black woman. I don't know, but the Black men that's on the bullshit are missing out. Of course, they ain't missing out on nothing. They're not missing out because they don't want it. So if they don't want it, they don't need to have it. You know? Just like the Black women who don't want to work and build with a Black man. They're not missing out on nothing to fear. They just simply getting what they want. And in this life, you can do that. I often tell these ninjas, I'm not just pro-Black, but I am pro-right. Absolutely. Not standing for the right wing. Right. Absolutely. Nor am I left either. Absolutely. You're pro-right. You're pro-righteousness. That's what you mean by right. You're pro-righteousness. They all will give you headaches. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pro doing the right thing by us. Absolutely. That's what this is about. But Black men, if we're still conflicted within ourselves on am I a man or not based on societal standards, then we're going to continue to do things that's going to be a detriment to us. We're going to continue to promote a lifestyle and to live a lifestyle that's in detriment to us. And this is why I've always said we don't need to be sitting around talking about women. We got enough shit to talk about dealing with ourselves. You see? We got enough shit that we need to be talking about. We got shit dealing with ourselves personally. We got shit dealing with our children. We got shit dealing with our parents, how we look at the world. We got enough things that we can be using our platforms to talk about besides talking about our problems with women and what she don't want to do. And it goes the same for women. Y'all women could be using y'all platforms to talk about shit besides what niggas ain't doing, what this nigga said, how this nigga cheated, how, come on now. You adding to the bullshit. You don't know that a man could be looking at you and want to marry your ass, but he see you invested in promoting fucking drama and bullshit all day, so he don't even want to fuck with you because you done turned him off. Because you messy. Because you messy. All you want to talk about is somebody else's business. That's why that nigga don't want you. That's why he give you dick and distance. Because he know you going to watch Love and Hip Hop anyway. He know that your life is fully invested into bullshit. This is why he don't invest outside of dick. You see? And fellas, all you got to offer is dick. That's why she only call you at that time, homie. See? Nigga, you can't even offer that woman no good advice. So you see? You see how we create all of these narratives on our own? And they just use media to project it. See? They use the shit to project it. Most of these women out here with Birkin bags, they got Birkin bags from hoeing. They got Chanel bags from being on their knees. That's the work that they was doing. Escort work. And y'all women know this, but y'all still want to promote the bullshit. When you know that the majority of these girls you looking at is fucking to get these bags. They not working nowhere. They don't have no jobs. They don't do none of that. They fuck for this money. Y'all know this. Why y'all don't want to talk about it? Huh? Y'all don't have to talk about it, but just understand when you keep getting the same shit that you're getting, that's why. That's why. See this? This is the problem. Look at this. Look how easy this flies out of women's mouths. Why that's the first thing that fly out your mouth? If you are a woman, why is that the first thing that come out of black women's mouths? Is how they pussy got value. Why the first thing that come out your mouth is your brain? Why you don't talk about your brain? Why you don't talk about what you think has value? Why the first thing come out your mouth is pussy got value? You my pussy, my pussy. It's about my pussy. I never hear you come out your mouth and say, my brain, how I think has value. That never come out of black women's mouths. Never. It's about your pussy. Who made it about your pussy? The slave master. Who did the slave master make a buck? Who did the slave master make a prostitute? Who is the original trick? The slave master. You think we learned tricking and hoeing from? Tricking and hoeing was in slavery. Forgot? You forgot? Huh? Yeah, I did say women get Birkin bags because they hoeing. But so because she got a Birkin bag, that gave her pussy value? I'm gonna need y'all to think. See, when you come here, you're gonna have to think beyond the surface level. So when I say things, a lot of times y'all quick to just, no, you got think first. Think first. Think, then respond. Because y'all lose the message when you're quick to respond to things on a surface level. So you basically saying that coochie has value because in exchange she got $100,000 purse. So that gives her coochie value. Listen to that. Listen to that. You see? No, you're not enforcing my statement. No, you're misinterpreting what I'm trying to prove. You see? You're not enforcing my statement. Because a nigga buy you a bag because he has sex with you don't mean that your pussy has value. See, you missed the point. See that? And then when women keep fucking for bags because they think their pussy got value, right? What happens is they realize that they were never valued. And they become used up, and then they get on Love and Hip Hop and start talking about how niggas ain't shit. After you let niggas use your value, your quote unquote value up, because you put your value in your pussy. So now all your value is in a bag. And then you come and get a reality show to be mad at niggas and to fight niggas and to cry about niggas who quote unquote treated you the way you wanted to be treated. Because that's the way you saw yourself. Because you put your value in your coochie. See that? And that's why you at war with men. Not you in particular, but this is why a lot of women are at war with men. Because you want revenge because you feel used. Because you can't go get the value of your pussy out that Birkin bag. See, when your coochie start feeling used up, you can't reach in that Birkin bag and get your pussy value back. This is why y'all mad. This is why y'all mad and upset at men. Because you can't reach into none of them bags and get your coochie back. You can't get your walls back out that bag. You done let a nigga knock your walls down for bags. Now, you could barely hold your piss. Because a nigga been putting Subway sandwiches. Nigga been putting footlongs up in you. Now you can't hold your piss. You done did all that to be cute and to have a bag. And now you look in your bag trying to find your pussy and trying to find your life. And you're blaming men for it. When fair exchange ain't a robbery. You gave your pussy up for a bag. You gave your pussy up to live a lifestyle, to drive rental cars and to look cute and to take pictures. Now you ain't got shit. And now it's the men's fault. You niggas do the same thing. You niggas go sell all the drugs, destroy your goddamn community, go spend all this money paying for girls to get their body done, paying for lies, because you want to keep living a lie. So you pay for her to go get a fake ass so you can feel like a man because your girl got a fat ass. So you paid for that. You paid for her to get her tummy tucked. You paid for all this shit. And come to find out, she's still the same chick you never wanted her to be. See that? And what you do, you come online in Red Pill Rage. You come online on Red Pill Rage. See that? And this is why the gender war will constantly be reignited. Because we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. That starts with changing our conversation. We don't have to we don't have to move the conversation from men versus women, but let's talk about it in a different trajectory. Let's stop talking about it from a place of blame. Who did wrong? Who did this? Who did that? We all done did some shit. You mad at that last nigga. I'm mad at my ex-girl. See, we need to get certain things established. If we all know we dealing with trauma, the men and the women, then we know that certain shit should be off limits when we having a conversation. Or if it always gets out of control, we don't need to talk to one another. And I don't mean personally, I'm talking about here online. Because we need to represent ourselves better as black men and black women when it comes to communicating with one another. We got to show this shit, and we can show it right here through our platforms. You see? This is why I said women need to be over there with women. Only men need to be here discussing man shit. You see? But it seems like, we want to keep doing everything the wrong way and expecting it to be right, I guess. Which is a human trait, by the way. That's human. It's human nature. Afia says a woman can be hypergamous without leveraging coochie on the open market. No coochie required, ladies. Come on now. That's a fact. That's a fact. He said, well, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, they are now tricking men saying that they're going to give him some and he paid for a Gucci bag. Hey, listen, bro. We can't keep falling for that, bro. Creating soul ties for monetary gain. Absolutely. No, it's not worth it. You got a broke man right now, Sugar Bum. Shut up. Your boyfriend broke right now. Shut up. You like broke men. That's why you like watching me. I'm broke. You like watching me every day. You like broke niggas. Shut up. Your last name is Bum. You like broke niggas. Sugar Bum. You like broke niggas. Because if you was talking about the other bum, you'd be talking about your booty. Your name would be Sugar Booty. But you ain't name yourself Sugar Booty or Sugar Buns. You named yourself Sugar Bum. Because you love dark-skinned broke niggas. All right. I shouldn't have said, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Shout out to Blackout, TSTV in the building. Let me go now, y'all. I'm doing too much. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. I'm done. I'm done. Y'all done made me go somewhere else now. I'm out, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Much love to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Sakpase says, do believe some can finesse men without giving it up, but mostly not. They spreading their legs for that lifestyle. Facts. And actually, if a woman could get certain things out of a man without having sex, she's not actually finessing them. Let's just be honest. The finesse is when they put sex in it for money. That's the finesse. If a woman could get something out of you without having sex with you, she's not finessing you. She's actually being herself. She's not adding sex and sexual favors is the finesse. When she's just coming and being herself, there's no finesse in there. Thank you, Classy Creole. Shout out to you, David Owens. Thank you, Miss Angie. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man, Jay Sean. Shout out to my comrade in the building, my brother, the Book of Ronan, man. Salute to everyone for tuning into today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. Shout out to my man Ebo, man. He said these clowns got soft serve flowing all through their veins. This is the season of herbs, nerds, and shout out to Ebo, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the super chat, bro. Appreciate the super chat, man. Shout out to everyone. If you have financially supported today's show, if you hit the super chat, if you hit the PayPal or the Venmo. Once again, y'all, if y'all don't know, I don't have Cash App no more. Cash App canceled my account for whatever reason, but they're not giving me another one. Man. So if you would like to financially support the show, the payment methods is going across the screen, or you can simply hit the super chat. It's very much appreciated. I appreciate all the financial support, all of the donations, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I only had one super chat, Kwafi. I only had one super chat, bro. I read it already. Thank you, lovely peace. I appreciate it. Thank you, CC. Much love to you. Much love. Yeah, I read them already, Kwafi. I only had one. It's called investments, not a scam. Right. Right. That's right. CC, heal before we build, man. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. Shout out to Reem, man. Shout out to everyone for tuning into today's show, man. Shout out to everyone, man. Much love, man. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We will be back here. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. Shout out to all the visionaries. Shout out to everyone for coming through to today's show. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of today's show. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, y'all, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build, because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. Shout out to you, Bob. Appreciate the super sticker, my brother. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.